Welcome back. Well, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and recent cases of parents killing their children are a cause for concern. A mother dominated the headlines after the bodies of her children were found wrapped in blankets. She's now serving 4 life sentences. So how prevalent is filicide in South Africa, and what support is there for parents who have and who face the pressures every single day? So let's talk more about the role of mental health in filicide with Nicole Breen, who is an independent consultant. Nicole, thank you so much for your time this evening. Talk to us a little bit about the concept of filicide. For most of us, it is the first time we've even ever heard of the term. What is it?
So filicide is when a parent, family member, grandparent, or someone close to the child takes the life of the child. There are different types of filicide. These include when it is accidental, intentional, neonatal, or what is called revenge filicide, where the person close to the child who takes the child's life does so as a product of, for example, feelings of rage towards the other parent or another family member.
Sure. So in that case, how prevalent is filicide in the South African context?
Filicide in the South African context is not particularly well understood. There have been studies which have examined its epidemiology, but the scope of the problem remains largely unknown. There have been numerous reported court cases where people have been sentenced to quite significant jail time, although this is an interesting phenomenon because it is something that occurs that is associated with mental illness. So it is strange to see that so many people are being sent to jail where, where it's being asserted that it's a product of mental illness. So this, in a way, goes to show that, the courts operate. The way that the courts operate and the way that people understand something like filicide, there's still obviously a long way to go in ensuring that the issues are properly brought to light.
Now that you've mentioned matters of mental health, could we say that almost all cases, or how many cases of filicide are almost directly associated with a mental health disorder?
Well, what studies have shown and what the literature is showing is that filicide is often a result of a parent having experienced trauma at a younger age, or even subsequently, the trauma that has not been adequately addressed, which leads to a person encountering behavioral changes or the onset of mental illnesses. And the reality is all of this could be prevented to a large extent if there were only adequate mental health services available.
If I'm listening to this conversation right now, Nicole, and I suspect that my partner or somebody that I know within my circle could potentially harm their child, what can I do?
Well, the Children's Act actually provides for quite a clear path in this regard. It provides for people reporting the matter to a social worker or to the police, who are then enjoined to undertake an investigation into this matter.
In case of just having to understand filicide, and as you said that it's not well understood in the South African context, is there any way to stop it?
Well, the thing is, mental health is chronically under-prioritized in South Africa. You'll have something like the Mental Health Policy Framework and Strategic Action Plan, which is a document that was created to sort of serve as a roadmap to enable mental health care users to realize their right to access to healthcare. The trajectory of that document has expired and it hasn't been replaced with anything. So we're not even talking about a situation where there's a policy. We have rights in the Bill of Rights, and there's the Mental Health Care Act, but even that piece of legislation, the Mental Health Care Act, is outdated and needs to be reviewed. And the Constitution provides a fantastic spectrum of rights, but rights are nothing if they exist only on paper.
Got you. Nicole, we'll leave it there for this evening. Thank you so much for your time. Nicole Breen, who's an independent consultant, just giving us the latest insights on the concept of filicide.